You make ministry easy. You're helpful. I used to hear stories, horror stories of warfare. People would say, like, it's warfare, and they'll be fighting and arguing before trips, and we've not had that. Like, I'm so grateful that we've not had those experiences, babe.
Right. Well, that's equate that to, I know your assignment, I know my assignment. When you have to do what you got to do, I got to do what I got to do. I'm not trying to be bigger than you. Mm-hmm. We do it together. That's it. Bottom line.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Soph.
And I am Tommy Wilson Jr.
And this is the We Said Sumthing Podcast.
Well, we sum everything
up. Babe, today is going to be a good one. How you doing today?
Wonderful.
Wow. Okay, Shades.
Don't start.
What?
Okay, Pink.
Okay, Army Green.
Okay, see-through pants.
Jesus.
They can't see the hole in
I got holes in them because I'm holy.
Holy.
Very holy woman. Full of wisdom. My name means wisdom.
Side note.
Side note, today we're talking about pre and post preparation and how we come down after ministry assignments. Like, I think this is going to be really good and informational for people because we're actually in a pre-post right now. So it is so good and healthy to talk about. So I guess we can kick off with, how do we prepare for ministry assignments? Because we back on the road literally full time.
Right. Well, my packing is very, very last minute. I try to do it ahead of time, but it's tough. It's really tough for me because I like just wait till last minute. I don't know. It just, that little pressure gets me to go and get it done. Or just say, hey, babe.
Or
you got me this time.
I'll pack for you.
Wonderful.
And you trust me to pick out your stuff too.
Yeah, you pick up my outfits.
Yeah.
You do a very good job.
Thank you, sweetie. It's easy. But we do have a method to our madness. Like we always say, the day before travel, we are going to like go to bed. You want to yawn?
Excuse me. You saw that? Jesus. I'm thinking about that 5 o'clock getting up in the morning.
I know. We got to get up in a minute. Like, yeah, we traveling. But no, we always say we're going to go to bed early. You know, we have all these plans. But for some reason, I always decide to do laundry before we travel. Packing my clothes.
Mm-hmm. And there's something else you like doing too.
What?
Running them streets.
wait now. Running them streets. I have to run errands, babe.
No, I'm talking about before we travel, you love going to a good Ulta, JD, H&M.
Why though?
Huh?
Why? And
You
I
tell
have
me.
stuff in the closet.
You got a lot. Oh, but
The preparing for ministry though. Now, this is outside of the deep because like I literally be in the deep. Like that's easy. Like devotion, prayer, all of that stuff. But preparing is like making sure we're both ready. Making sure our stuff, is prepared. Like it's a process.
yeah, mentally, physically. I mean, we take our stuff for health-wise, to stay hydrated from everything, to make sure you have enough halls to the our hydrations.
Yeah. And
all
you
that good
always
stuff.
make sure that I have my towels.
Yeah, your towels and
You do good.
and don't
babe.
forget, we gotta have our snacks on the planes and stuff like that. But it's a lot. It's so much behind the scenes. People just see us like, in the airport or at the facility where you're ministering, but it's behind the scenes. Like, yeah, we're shooting a video now. We're doing our podcast, but not really right after this. We got to go pack, and then we on a podcast tonight. At 9:00.
Yeah, then leaving tomorrow morning
early.
Babe.
Before the sun comes up, we'll be at the airport.
Getting up.
Yeah.
And I had to shout you out because you always make sure that you have my favorite snacks packed in a Ziploc. Like, good job. You
That's
be
that
holding
private
it down.
school.
Yeah, praise God. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. When we get up early in the morning, I get up before he do. Typically when we have to travel, you get up fairly easy, like without a bunch of, because you have a whole routine. Like your wake up routine is like none other. It is like a whole experiment by itself.
Experiment, wow.
Experience. It's both. It's both. It's both.
I have to stretch. Because it's just that nice bed that we have, the mattress. Yeah. It feels so good. I don't want to leave it.
I know.
I'm torn, just
you processing, you just stretching, an ample amount of morning stretches, like, I
got to before you get started, and then I eventually get up.
Yeah. So that's really our I have multiple alarms set.
Tell them how many you have.
Well, they start at 2:29 a.m. And then every 15 minutes. Like this morning, like it went off 5. I had to snooze 5 times, but I also had 3 alarms set.
5 times.
Did you hear them?
I heard 2, I think.
Really?
Really.
Okay. So yeah, our preparation is pretty typical. I don't cook when it's time to travel. So we probably get something to eat or
it's too much.
It's hard to go to sleep.
Right, because you're trying to deal with, and then you have to get your word. Yeah. And then you getting your prayer time in, and it's just a lot of stuff going on at one time. And then, like say, traveling, getting up is one thing, but it's another thing to get up that early. Yeah. When we go to bed late, but it's just other stuff that we got on our mind that we're thinking about, and there's other stuff that we have to take care of. God. It's just the getting back. That's the part that I love the most. Yeah. Do the assignment. We all in. We do what we got to do. Yeah. It's for the people. It's not about us. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot on your bodies, but, when we get back, we're going to schedule some massages. Yeah, just to recharge, get on that couch. Yes. Just do nothing, and let your body get back to where it needs to be, because it's a lot. Up and down in the air, airport to airport, layover, whatever the case may be. It's taxing on the body. They don't see that part. They see the glamour, all that, but it's behind the scenes that people don't take in account of what people have to go through. I remember that time we was forgot where we was, but we had a 4:00 pickup time because the flight was at 6.
Oh, yeah, 4 a.m. Yeah.
4 a.m. When you just went to bed at 11 or 12. You're trying to wind down, but then you got a 4 a.m. pickup. So that means you got to be ready. That's getting up at 3.
That's a lot. Well, yeah. And that's it's a lot. And I think that you talking the logistics of pre and post is something, and one of the things though that you pointed out was the layovers and stuff like that. We don't really have them a lot, but there are some places we go to that don't have a plane because it's small and you have to get on a connecting flight. And it's just like the logistics of ministry is something else. It ain't for the weak. It's a process. But I love how you touched on how coming home and that post is just as important as the preparation to go, how we handle the response of coming home. And I think in the last few videos we talked about, making sure that with your personality and the way you made, that you have your time to reset, recover, be recharged in your private time. And I go to my private time and recharge, and then we spend time and regather with the massages. That's been phenomenal. Like, and adding that, Jesus.
So needed.
I need one right now. Man, lay your head on my pillow.
What's all this singing? You ready for your album? Jesus have mercy. Boy. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say
it. Post is about that. Post is also because I pour out, I like to be filled up, because you be tired. It's very, like, honest.
No, I want to know what that thought was about.
You pour out. Like, you pour out. Like, when God used you, he used you, So it's nothing good in me but Jesus. That's really facts, right? And so when God used you, you got the Holy Spirit that just use you to preach. Use your body. Take, and it takes from you. So then you and when the assignment is done, like, you back regular, like, you back regular. And for me, as a woman who preaches or whatever, you have poured out. Like, it's so important in that post, you're filled back up. Now I do a great job with my prayer time, because it's like you and God, y'all hit different, like, totally. God fills me up with just affirming me spiritually, but then that need of post, that's why I love that you recharge, because I'm now pulling on you, because I need to be filled up from my man, like, and that's important. So, like, I know the difference when you single and you do ministry. That's exhausting. There's nothing, so you're trying to figure it out, and you have to really walk and, to maintain purity, and you gotta just walk this thing out. You married, you reaching for your spouse, in different forms of levels of intimacies. And so, and I think that post is really good.
No, that's true. I mean, that's a lot, because like you say, you minister and you deplete. You're depleted. Yeah. You wiped out. And then people pulling on you afterwards, and then you definitely have to get that feel back into you, the recharge to, it's just people have no idea,
right?
Because like for me, I know as an introvert, when you talk, it's a introvert hangover, and you just feel like there's nothing left in you to give. Yeah, but you got to keep going for the people. And I think that's where God has blessed us and graced us and given us definitely capacity to keep going. I never forget when we had that 13-hour layover when we was coming back from out the country. Yeah, that wiped me out completely. But there's nothing you can do about it.
I feel so sorry for you. Like, but I like how you have capacity and like seeing. Because, like I said, I've been doing this for years, right? With the full time and the travel, and just kind of really creating a pattern of pre and post, kind of like having that. But then, things got a little different when we got married. It's not just me, like, worrying about me, making sure I'm good and taking care of me. It's really making sure that together, like, you're good and you're looking out for me as well. But the way the Lord, like, just gave you, like, capacity to just be blown into doing this. You had moments you do in your previous life, but ministry and what you're doing, it's a lot, and how you've been able to, like, just do it and just go. And that's why I'm so glad that I learned early, though. I love you recharge. I love you having your time to yourself, because like I said, I told people, they thinking like, oh, how's it being married to an introvert or somebody like that, like after ministry, and they just kind of like spaced out for days. It ain't days. It's literally like,
it's just like a battery. when the rechargeable batteries,
Yeah.
they don't take days. It takes a couple hours before they recharge. That's
For sure. And you come back, you off the chain. Like you just full of energy. It's as if we didn't just do multiple assignments and been on the road. You full of joy and laughter. And, and even when I do kind of like intrude a little bit on your time because, I'm ready to relax, we're going to watch the game, I know that I ain't going to be doing all that talking so that you're able to attend to my needs as well. And so I think that with ministry, it works for us, and we found a good flow, and we be delirious. Actually, sometimes coming home, you know how we be like, man, babe, we just delirious. We just start riding around sometimes.
You be wanting to go somewhere.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm. I be want to go home.
Babe.
Nah, sometimes I want to go somewhere.
Because we'll go get something to eat.
Right. Get something to eat, and
I know what I'm going to start doing. You know what?
Going to Shipley's.
Nope.
I'm putting that in. I'm trying to put that in your spirit. Shipley's today. Shipley's.
I kind of want it, but you know what I'm gonna start doing for you coming home?
What's that?
You'll have a juice ready. You don't need no food.
You trying to make me fast? Lord have mercy.
In a fasting state. But no, so I wanted us to talk about this because I think that especially for emerging leaders, when you're single, travel and the way you prepare yourself is different. When you marry, you have to be very thoughtful, very aware. And I don't know, God blessed us because it's really easy. Like you a big help. You're a big help prep. And then all the way coming home, I love that I don't have to, I don't even look for my suitcase or nothing. Like with bags. So thank you.
It'll be going all the way around, round and round like a merry-go-round.
Do you know how many years I was picking up that big suitcase and carrying it up the stairs? I just that alone. Oh God, I thank you.
Yes, give them praise for it.
You'll be getting the bags, and you'll have my suitcase, your suitcase, a duffel, and my backpack, my iPad.
Bless me.
And then I'm like, my coffee creamers, Pri is also making sure you have my little coffee creamers in your backpack.
Everything. God take care of you.
And you do a phenomenal job. And I think that you make ministry easy. You're helpful. I used to hear horror stories of warfare. People would say, it's warfare, and they'll be fighting and arguing before trips, and we've not had that. I'm so grateful that we've not had those experiences, babe.
Right. Well, equate that to, I know your assignment, I know my assignment. When you have to do what you got to do, I got to do what I got to do. I'm not trying to be bigger than you. Mm-hmm. We do it together. That's it. Bottom line.
And then if we got something coming that we feel like the enemy would try to attack, we communicate immediately and recognize yo, okay, we see what this is. But I'm so grateful that that's not our story. And I pray that as it was prophesied, forever honeymoon, we'll continue to live in that bliss because we have a lot of work to do for the kingdom. Right. And even doing this, this is something new. We're actually doing podcasting before we travel.
Right.
May God give you grace.
And as we sum it up,
I'm releasing strength over you.
Thank you. I receive it. That what you see is not always how it. Better days are coming. That's all I can say. You have to go through it. It's for a reason. It's not for us. It's for the people. So I just thank God for us going through what we have to do to get to where we're going. And I just know people will be blessed. So we love y'all. We'll see y'all next week.
We love y'all. Peace.